doing a gear review because we have a ton of gear, and I view gear as a healthy addiction versus like cocaine. So anyhow, this is the pack. Both Mindy and I have the exact same pack, so you're only going to see this once. This is a Mariposa 60. These people are out of I think Austin, Texas. Very cool pack. Light. I can't do stats, but it's like 2 pounds something ounces. But very light. Hip pockets, interchangeable hip belt. Obviously, Skinny Mindy has like really small hip belt. Mine's like this and then some. But it's nice to have hip pockets. We bought this like a little additional pocket for going on the shoulder strap, which is great to just dish the phone into, and I keep like whatever, phone, headphones in there. Yeah, and then it has like this little pocket. Now this pocket has like a little foam pad in it. I'm gonna take you, don't scan over here. This has like a little foam pad in it that goes in here and kind of protects your back. But Mindy she takes like a full mat and puts it up in here, and it's like that much foam, but it's great because then she can pull it out and sit down when we're taking a break. So that's the Mariposa. The only thing I really don't like about this pack is it's kind of narrow to stuff things in from the top. I'd love to have like a bigger kind of mouth to cram like this sleeping bag in, especially when you have anything in like this small little brain pocket here. It it bulges out in the center and just makes it hard to basically shove my sleeping bag in. But it's nice. It's got this long pocket here. I actually put my tent in that pocket. It fits all the way down. I've a copper spur that fits in here. I've got a Stratospire 2 from Tarp Tents that fits in this pocket. So I'd say like an average, like smaller two-man tent would fit in there. This one, obviously, you can kind of put wet stuff in and it's still going to dry. The material might not be the most heavy duty, but I think as long as you're aware of that and don't beat up your pack, unlike my son, we'll show that later, it's going to wear just fine. A couple water bottles, a couple smart bottles will fit actually in here, and 60 liter. I think the main pocket is like 53 or something like that, and then there's like whatever. So that's a Mariposa 60. All right, so this is my oldest daughter's pack. This is from My Trail Company. They are from the same founder as like Go Light, Rest in Peace. Love that company, but this company seems to be, short of not selling my favorite pair of shorts, seems to be a good replacement, and my favorite tent. But anyhow, this is a great pack. This is a 70 liter. Again, side pockets, hip belt pockets. These are a little bit smaller than the Mariposa, but it seemed to fit all her crap nonetheless. After 560 miles, it's showing a little bit of wear. We've got some tape on here. This is just kind of where it's rubbing.
And she just washed it. That's why it's so wet.
Yes, she just washed it. So beyond that, it's kind of cool pack. Does not have the brain. Like this one has a brain pocket. This one has no brain pocket. So you just shove it full of all your junk. Pull it tight, kind of wind it up, and then put this strap over the top, and stays pretty waterproof. And I do like it has some cool attachments where you can kind of hook up like shock cords, loop them through if you wanted to hang like a pad or something off the bottom. You could do that. These little cords are great because you can kind of hook up your trekking poles when we road walk. I don't like to use my trekking poles. I don't like kind of the jar and knowing that my tips are getting jammed into concrete or asphalt. So I like to throw them up, and so does she. And then again, this has like a big back pocket. Although I would say the negative thing to this back pocket is it's not made out of this kind of same really airy material. So if you're gonna put like we put all our rain jackets in these back pockets, and if you're gonna put your rain jacket in here, it's not really gonna dry off. And so you just have to remember to get it out and let it dry. But beyond that, geez, this pack is really reasonably priced. I got this thing on sale for like, I think $130 or something like that. Awesome. Yeah, cool company. All right. This is the My Trail 35. So Ruby, being a miniature person, and I know there's there's probably other companies out there. There's like ULA that actually makes packs for kids now. They didn't when I was looking, and I'm not sure if I dropped like $250 for a pack that I know she's going to grow out of. Even though she's spending 6 months, with this thing on her back, maybe I should reconsider that. But anyhow, sweet pack. I would totally love this thing for like a day pack type deal. It's 35 liter. Again, not enough. I'm not to that extreme. I don't think any of us are to that extreme of ultralight or hyperlight where we could fit all our crap in here. But very cool pack. Again, kind of a thinner, breathing back pocket. You can kind of see the wear and tear. My little ones are a little rougher on their packs than, say, me or their mom.
And they haven't washed them yet.
And this one hasn't been washed, but it has been drugged through the dirt plenty. You can kind of see where we've attached some shock cord. This is to like hook up our umbrellas, so when we're not carrying them, or not, when we don't have them out. Again, side pockets for water bottles. The bummer to this one is no hip belt pocket, which for her I just solved with buying her like a little fanny pack that she can put her snacks in, cruise on down the trail with, and problem solved. So beyond that, it's got plenty of places where she hooks everything from bandana, sweat rags, her little sunglasses, and hand sanitizer. So it's easily available. But cool pack. This actually fits her clothes and her sleeping bag. What else? That's about it. Although she's so much faster down the trail that we decided, like, okay, you get to carry like 3 pounds of peanut butter and honey. And I'm pretty sure that maybe I'll be wearing this pack by the end of the hike, and she'll be wearing mine. But again, My Trail, cool pack. All right, this is the Osprey Exos 58 liter pack. This is Tristan's pack. This again has this back pocket. I love these back pockets. You can see he kind of likes to throw this thing in the dirt and then ride it like it's a bull down, like, boulders and granite, wear the crap out of it. And actually you can kind of see this is how we pack. A lot of this is going to be kind of similar. Butt pad. Self-explanatory, but there it is. For the desert, we haven't really had our rain gear out, but the last day right before we got to Tehachapi, we're supposed to get thunderstorms, so this is a rain jacket. That typically goes in the back. Baby wipes. Dried. I'm gonna just say that right now. Especially if you, like, 6 months, it's kind of hard to like have a 6 month stockpile dried baby wipes, but if you can dry them out, they're so much lighter. And then you just get them wet when you need them, if you need them wet. He's got his little Tyvek footprint for his tent in here, and garbage, and a hat. Again, side pockets for water bottles. You can see he's kiped mine. This is my Sawyer squeeze with bladder. These bladders don't really wear well, but every other hiker's figured that out as well. So they buy this, and then these come with it. And so these always end up in hiker boxes, which is basically like one hiker just paying it forward or leaving gear behind that they're not going to use. And so for as fast as we've been wearing them out, we've been able to find replacements and whatever. Maybe one of the coolest things for the trail is just our umbrella. Everybody has one of these, and they're more for, we got them more for the desert, for the sun, because hiking under the shaded umbrella is fantastic. However, we've used them for just about everything, like wind block. You can just, like, it's like, actually right now it's a little bit chilly and the wind's blowing from this direction, so if we just pop it up and just kind of hold it over here, you got the sun shining down, and this is blocking the wind, and all of a sudden you're not having to pull out your jacket to sit comfortably. Water bottles. Now this one, as far as lingo, this is a brain on a pack, and you can see how much bigger this one is. The two girls packs didn't have, you know, the brain. Ours just has like a little pocket. This one actually has a brain with a pocket that you can unzip here that has like a kind of an inner compartment pocket, and then another pocket here. And this is where you're storing stuff like random crap that I need to go through and throw away. Headphones and headlamp and whatnot. But yeah, you can see this is a sweet pack. And one thing that like Osprey has going for it that probably these companies don't is they're sold in a lot more places. And everybody that I've talked to, that if they've had a problem, Osprey has been phenomenal about replacing it, replacing the pack or fixing it. But I even was talking to a hiker the other day, and they said Osprey actually sent up a van full of backpacks because the backpack their backpack had failed, and they got to try on the different backpack and replace their backpack. So kind of cool, especially if you have a 12-year-old boy that beats the crap out of his stuff, because they'll kind of warranty it. Not saying use and abuse your pack, but if the frame breaks, which I had to work on another hiker's frame because her frame fell apart in the back, and had to put it back together, and just stuff like that happens. But awesome pack, good company. One thing, Mindy did use this backpack a little bit on a hike just to test it out. This shoulder strap compared to this shoulder strap, you can see the width difference. The cushioning's almost the same, but for some reason just having that extra ½ inch or whatever it is makes quite a bit of difference. It's more comfortable. Again, most of your stuff is most of your weight's going to be on your hip belt, except for maybe me, because I tend to like more on my shoulders, and I could probably do without a hip belt. But yeah, that's one thing to maybe consider. This wider spread the load helps out shoulders. Oh, and then this is the other really cool thing about these packs. Again, hip belts, but then it has these little pockets here, which has headphones, and stores like his little MP3 player and his little battery pack just fine, but apparently you can store your watch as well. So cool pack. So here is maybe the oldest pack out of the bunch. This was a backpack that we had for a couple years. It's a Marmot Verve. Let's see. Yeah, compressor Verve 42. So this is a 42 liter. It's basically 7 liters bigger than Ruby's, or 9-year-old. So a small pack, not necessarily a through hiker's pack for, well, kind of small for a through hiker's pack. But it fits all of Kaya's stuff in it. You could definitely use it. You just have to be careful about how you pack it. Again, it's got the brain up on the top where you can fit all your junk. It's got an inner zip pocket for the brain, which I think is very great. Like this is where you put your keys and your wallet, stuff that you didn't really want to fall out, and you maybe need like once a week when you're going into town. But in the meantime, you can kind of have your other junk in here. It's got the cool back pocket as well. And where this has like a solid pocket, it also has this mesh, so you can again put wet stuff in here, breeze and dries and whatever. Again, you can kind of see the wear that's happening, but again, these are teenagers, fairly abusive. She did mend this one, but yeah, water bottles. Fits a couple on each side. If you want 4 liters, you definitely can fit 4 liters. You can fit a ton of stuff in here. I use this pack on a couple of like week-long backpacks. So really and truly, you can fit plenty of stuff in here. Negative to this one too, you can see the shoulder straps are fairly narrow, which means that it's not spreading the load out. But I do like this part where it kind of keeps the pack off your back. So you're in contact back here, you're in contact up here, but the smaller your back is, breathing fairly well. So, cruising through the desert, this is great. This has it on this pack, and it has it on the my son's pack, the Exos 58 by Osprey. But cool pack. Not too
You want to talk about these twisty ties?
Sure. So these twisty ties, we just picked up at Home Depot, and this is just how we tie our umbrellas. So if you want to still hike with your trekking poles, we just tie the umbrella up, pop it up, and then we have this nice shade, and we're not having to hold it. Is it perfect? No, but when the wind blows, you can knock yourself in the head with it because it just bangs up against your head or blows to the side. But it does the trick, and for miles of walking in the shade, it's very, very nice. Yeah, nothing much here, but again, we have this little guy, which my daughter has her camera in, so she can quick draw her camera and take pictures of snakes if she doesn't scream and scare them off first. But yeah, so cool pack, and this was pretty reasonable too. Definitely under 200. I think probably 130. This is our dog's pack. This is a Roughwear pack. We've had other packs, but I think this is the best one. There was one feature on another pack that I really liked, and that's you can take the bag off and still have like a vest on the dog. But the reason I like that is because our dog was a Great Dane, and he looked like a deer, and so I thought it was more like a hunter's vest for a dog. But this has been a great pack. Mirror doesn't really like it though. Watch, this will be really funny. Mirror, come here. Come on. Mirror, come. Mirror. Mirror.
Go.
Mirror, come here. Mirror, come. Come here. Come here. There you go. Put this on you. Front paw through. Snap. Snap. Since these are adjusted to his size, it's kind of a nice way to keep track of if he's losing weight, which he hasn't. And then as long as you, water bowl, food bowl, bag of food, tennis ball, little booties go in this little pocket here and this little pocket here. And then we just kind of loop a leash up here when we're not using it, which is pretty much every time that we're on the trail and not in town. But yeah, it's a good pack. And you can pick up the dog if you need to with it. Huh. Oh yeah. Just to get him up, help him get up something that might be too big or too steep.
Get it, man. Get it.
But it's a good pack. And it's worn really well. I've been pretty happy with it. And as long as you keep the food even on both sides, it will stay on the dog very well. If you get one of those bigger than the other, or heavier than the other, then it'll tip, and then you just have to adjust it. But it's really not all that hard. So, and he likes to carry his tennis ball in it.